Hey guys, Shiny Typlosion here. First deck profile I'm making. These won't be often because I don't make many decks at a time, but this is my current one, and this is a Mega Venusaur deck list. No, keep focus. Okay, so in our deck, we're gonna be running 4 copy of Venusaur EX, because if we want to get out Mega Venusaur EX, we first have to get out Venusaur EX. 4 of those, so we can more likely start out with those. Those are the ones we want to start out with. And then, and then we're going to want 3 copies of Mega Venusaur.
One of them is a full
art. Yep. We only run 3 instead of 4 because we don't really want to start out with these as much because they're not really good. You want to search it out with a Hoopa, which is something that's in this deck. Okay. I gotta move this over a bit. Okay. Then we run, most grass decks have this line. A 2-2-2 line of Yanma, Yanmega, and Yanmega Break. Mainly, I just use this for the ability that if I have 4 cards in my hand, I get to attack for free with Yanmega. And also, so I can free attack, but if, like, one of my enemies Lysanders this out, or if I need a switch because they play an escape rope, Yanmega has free retreat, which I can retreat into Mega Venusaur when I got that. So then Yanmega Break, just barrier break for 100 damage straight, isn't affected by weakness, resistant, or any effects. So it's 100 damage. Then Yanmega, and you know what, I'll just figure this out. Okay, then we run 1 copy of Remoraid and 1 copy of Octillery. This is for drawing because Abyssal Hand, once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Which is good with Yanmega because if you draw 5 cards and one of them is an item card or something you can play, you play that card and then you can attack for free. Okay, then we have a Hoopa EX. This is a card you should be playing in every Mega deck because you will definitely need to get your Megas out really fast. And the ability Scoundrel Ring, if you like to, when you put it onto your bench, Hoopa EX onto your bench, you may search your deck for 3 EX cards and put them into your hand. Now, a good thing to search for is 2 Venusaurs and 1 Mega Venusaur. That's how I do it, but if you would run Shaman in this deck, which I don't have a Shaman, I don't really want to pay for one either, but if I ever get one, that would be nice. But you could also search for it with that, and then you would go 1 Venusaur, 1 Mega Venusaur, 1 Shaman. So that's it for the Pokemon lineup. I'll just grab all of these. Okay, now for our supporter lineup. So we have 4 Professor Sycamore to draw more cards, discard our hand, and then draw 7 cards. That's a good one. And we do have ways to get things out of the discard pile, so there's no problem with discarding. Then we have 4 copies of N, just in case if we don't want to discard our hand with something that we don't need to discard, like we have just things that we don't want to discard, that we can't get back, we use N. Or if we just want to mess up our opponents, because what N says, each player shuffles their hand into his or her deck and then draws a card for each of his or her remaining prize cards. Oh. Very good supporter. Then we are running 2 Lysander instead of 1. Most people just run 1, so then they can reuse it with VS Seeker. But this, you just need consistency on the Lysander because this whole deck is about controlling the board. and it's switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. So 2 of those. And then the final supporter is 1 Pokemon Center Lady. Mega Venusaur technical difficulties, so as I was saying, Mega Venusaur has 230 hit points, and Pokemon Center Lady, what it does, heals 60 damage and remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. So when you have 230 hit points, you don't really want to waste that by just getting 2 hit KO'd and just waste it. So Pokemon Center Lady is there to help. So that's it for our supporter lineup. Pretty simple, but still pretty good. And now for our item lineup. We have 4 copies of Ultra Ball. This is just to search out our Hoopas to get out more. So basically, discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play this card. Then search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. This is a good card, so you can get 3 Pokemon if you search out a Hoopa and it isn't prized up, which is really nice. Then, another standard part in most decks, 4 copies of VS Seeker. This is one from Supreme Victors, but still playable because it's been reprinted. But put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. So, like most people run one Lysander in their deck, this is why they only run 1, because then they can get it back. Or you can get back your draw supporters like Sycamore or N just to get more cards. Then we have 4 copies of Mega Turbo. This is for energy acceleration because Mega Venusaur's attack, it's 4 energy, but I forgot to go over it. I'll just pull it out here. Mega Venusaur does Crisis Find for 3 grass and 1 colorless. It does 120, and then your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. So, with Mega Turbo, if we discard some grass energy, then we can get them all back. Quick and simple. And also, you do want to discard them so you can get them on, like, turn powered up on possibly turn 1, but more likely turn 2 or turn 3. Then we have 3 Venusaur Spirit Links. These are just simple. Attach them to Venusaur, and then when you evolve into Mega Venusaur, you don't end your turn. And then we have 3 copies of Switch. This is because Venusaur and Mega Venusaur, they both have 4 as their retreat cost, and we need to switch it out sometimes, so this is how we're doing it. But even though Escape Rope is usually the better option, you don't want to play that because when you give them a free retreat, you're going to heal them of their paralysis and poisoning if you had that up. So we use Switch, and if we want to have them switch out, we use Lysander to pull them out. And then one final card for the item line is 1 Revitalizer. This is put 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. So if you have like a starting hand of like one Yanma, 1 Yanmega, and 1 Yanmega Break, and you put down your Yanma, but then you also have a Sycamore, and you have to discard the Yanmega and Yanmega Break or any other grass Pokemon in your deck, you can just get it back and put it into your hand. Okay, that's it for the item lineup. And then 2 more categories, very quick and simple though. Okay, for stadiums, we run 3 Forested Giant Plants. We run this, so what it says is, each player's grass Pokemon can evolve during his first turn or the turn he or she plays those Pokemon. So I can basically, in 1 turn, I can go from Yanma to Yanmega to Yanmega Break in one turn.
Wow.
Or I can get a Mega Venusaur up on the first turn, and then it's easier to get Mega Turbos onto it. And then final card, 1, 2, oh, Eric, move it up a bit.
Oopsies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 grass energies. Sorry, another technical difficulty. We can't run double colorless energy in here because Mega Venusaur, it only has one colorless spot, which if it didn't, it would be a lot better, but this is how we're going to run it. And yeah, 11 for more consistency, so we can get some in the discard with Sycamore and Ultra Ball, and then Mega Turbo them onto Mega Venusaur. So that is the Mega Venusaur deck list. This is just for fun. If you want a competitive deck list, I recommend checking out some other channels. But as for now, comment, like, and subscribe. And if you like these videos, I might be making some more. But see you guys next time. Bye!